If you're someone who struggles defensively or simply just wants to become better at it, this video is for you. Before I get into the things that you can add or improve upon, it's best you watch part 1 before or after this video to understand the basics. Now let's get into it. The first thing you want to do is guard the best offensive player. Don't be that guy that sees a player and is quick to send a teammate to guard him. You pick him up and stay on him as much as possible throughout the game. This is by far the most effective and quickest way to become a better defender. Also, practice defending players with unconventional games, players who are taller than you or have an advantage over you in any way. This is essential to your defensive development. It'll show you rather quickly what areas of your defense needs to be worked on. Playing against players you already know and understand their game, or you know that they're easy targets on defense, only sets you up to get cooked when you have to guard an elite offensive player. The second thing you want to do is have active hands. Great defenders are always using their hands. Watch some defensive stoppers around the league and how active their hands are at every possession. A couple ways to effectively do this. Poke at the ball when you see an opportunity for a steal. Swipe or snatch the ball out of opponent's hands on drives. Keep arms extended and don't leave the ground for pump fakes, which will lead to more blocks when you do actually jump. This step is my personal favorite because it makes the offensive player think more about his moves, which makes him less effective because he's not in his flow state. Most players simply aren't that good at defense. So when you come across somebody that's actually defensive minded, you'll be thinking about your offensive moves a lot more than you would the average defender. The third thing you want to work on is your lateral movement. This is one of the most important things to work on when it comes to defense. The ability to anticipate and beat an opponent to a spot without fouling is essential. My personal favorite drills for this are defensive slides and defensive slides with resistance, whether that be a medicine ball or resistance bands. The fourth thing that you want to do on defense is communicate. This is easily one of the most underrated things about defense. Not being able to properly communicate on defense will inevitably set your teammates up for failure. Call out screens and backdoor cuts. Let your teammates know something you see that they may not when it comes to them playing defense on their matchup. Announce who you're guarding and if you're going to help or not. You also have to be a good listener to improve your defense as well. If you're playing on a good defensive team, they'll let you know when screens are coming and possibly give you some tips in real time on how to improve your defense, or some things that they may notice to give you an advantage on your opponent. The fifth thing you have to do is accept the negative. A lot of players aren't good defenders simply because they play with fear of being dunked on or crossed up. You'll often see players moving out of the way or not even making an attempt to stop someone from dunking. Some players will sag off on defense in an effort to prevent them from getting crossed as well. Please don't be that guy. Swipe for the ball when you can and don't be afraid to jump with a dunker or D up a good ball handler. And last but not least, get in shape or stay in shape. Defense is 100 times harder if you aren't in decent shape. Players with a good handle or players who are constantly moving without the ball, like Steph Curry, will make you regret not getting and staying in shape. Things that helped me get in shape were 17s. This is easily one of the most exhausting drills I've ever done in my life, especially when it's time and you're expected to be the first one. The way you want to go about this is setting a timer for 1 minute and try your best to beat that time each time you do this drill. Another thing that you can do is stair climbers to get in shape. Whether you're running the bleachers at school, near the football field, etc., this will have your legs strong and increase your explosiveness and endurance if done properly. And last but not least, play hard. This means giving you all on defense and offense in practices, 1v1s, 2v2s, pickup games, etc. This will also translate very well to actual games when it comes to your defense. As Jeff Van Gundy once stated, defense is about making your opponent earn every point they score. If this video provided you any value, like and subscribe for more ways to become an elite basketball player. It's your boy K-Gen, and I'm out.